when you're radical, I put that video up, and then I went, ate lunch at the hospital, and so I got a call already from the Birdman of Willard, Utah, and that guy's a guru. And he says, no, the one that's rarer than even the albino is the brown one. Look at him swimming with his wings up. Can't believe they're even letting me go. I know why the geese are getting. I mean, them geese have been right next to me since they were born. I videoed them coming out of the hatch. So I Googled around, tried to find anything, and I found a guy that got a photograph, and he called it, looked just like this when he called it an albino can. I said, well, can's got to be short for canvasback. So he called me, and I'm like, this is the Birdman of Willard. I mean, who knows his shit. I mean, he's got the hummingbird freaking, I mean, he's like the world's foremost expert on fucking hummingbirds right here, right up there. He's, I think the brown one's as rare as the white one. So that's what they are. I'm pretty sure it's a canvasback. They're wild. They are not domestics. And they're not freaking crossbred. That's what it is, I think. Now, you gurus, do canvasbacks swim with the wings up? I think so. A photograph I found of a, a bird watcher, there's still a couple around. He called it as rare as they get. He called it a albino can. Well, the can's got to be short for canvasback. By the way, do you know why they're called canvasback? It's canvas bag, not canvasbacks. Because of the Chesapeake. When they would eat them. When they'd shoot them, they'd throw them in a bag, a canvas bag. So we got a good look at them. But the white buffalo's been born on at Yellowstone. I mean, I think it's so rare. And not a crossbreed. We haven't seen it since it was born, have we? Well, I think people at Yellowstone are smart enough to keep it hidden. You need to fire that camera, man. Yeah, I know. But fuck, he works so dirt fucking cheap. Come on, all you bird what fuck. I can go off on birds. I'm pretty good. We were just talking about the green swallows. I can tell you where there's some green swallows here. They're rare as fuck. I grew up out on the wildlife. I grew up on the marsh. Fucking, I grew up where maybe the bird capital of the world was. Now the mega welfare there. There's some green swallows at the Snow Basin Inn nested there. I make sure my grandchildren, they've been taught about birds. Whether they listen or not. I make sure I take them and I show them, but that's a rare creature, man. That's a really rare creature. Like I said, the Birdman of Willard, and he knows his shit, man. He just called me. He says, no, Kevin. He says, I think the brown one's just as rare as the white one. I said, what is it? Oh. See how he swims wings up? Wing feathers up. What duck does that? The Canadians right there that are on there, they've been with me since the day they were born. I videoed them coming out of the nest. And then they drained this pond. They walked clear over to the wetland, the natural wetland. We built a hospital in McKay because they tried to kill them here. I don't know how they got across Harrison. But remember, I'm the guy that videoed and filmed the moose right here on the pond. Here at What's the Matter You. He's a rare fucker, man, I'm telling you. So those geese are learning to fly right now. So they were on the here, and while they're babies, young ones, they drained the pond. Why? To try to kill them, because they hate the ecology here. They absolutely hate the environment in Utah. I mean, they hunt the Canadians year-round. There should be a hunting moratorium on all wildlife, especially waterfowl, right now because they're collapsing so dramatically. So I don't know how they got across Harrison Boulevard, but they did, and they were on the natural pond at where the hospital is now. Well, we all grew up there. We know birds, natural pond. The I videoed it. One of the yard worker who sprays Roundup everywhere all day, every day, was chasing him with a golf cart, chasing. They don't want him there. Trying to kill him, chasing him. So they left there. They can't fly. They're just learning to fly now. They walked up to Glassman. Now, how the fuck they made it up there, I don't know, but they did. Well, they recently walked back here, and they're alive. Remember the orphan? Remember the orphan I sent? Because they left. He's hooked back up with mom and dad and brothers and sisters. So Willard Bill says, it's a rare fucker, I'm telling you. You know, it's not a crossbreed. You know, I've seen plenty of crossbreeds. There's a crossbreed that was hanging around here earlier. Domestic with a wild mallard, and he had a white head, but you can tell he's a mallard. That's not a mallard. At first I thought it was. It's not a mallard. So, try to take the wildlife out of the ecology. Good luck to you, fuckers. So, remember right here where I'm standing, I called Megan Rice the willow. I videoed that when it blew down. So, what are they up against, man? Oh, fuck. Getting some shade. But come on, all you fucking bird watchers. I was in Park City. You know, I've documented the collapse of the Great Salt. I literally grew up on the Great Salt Lake. I mean, literally. I still live there. That mega welfare there backhands the migrant worker in the face, knocks his teeth for asking for his paycheck. And his video, all over, no charges. The most corrupt place in the world. Drains off the wetland, the marsh. I grew up on that wetland. I grew up on them. I mean, tundra swamp. I mean, fuck, try me with bird watching. I mean, I've always loved it my whole fucking life. How can you not? Fuck, I grew up out there, maybe one of the bird capitals of the world. So come on, all you. Got a good video of it. Swimming with his wing feathers up. Huh. I Googled around while I was having lunch over on the pond. And I found a bird watcher. He said, and I just read his little brief thing on his pictures, how rare they are. And he says, it's the only time in his life, and he says he's been at it forever, and it's exactly that. And he called it an albino can. She's looking at it. Don't mix the wilds with the domestics. That's not a mix the wild. That's an albino. Now, you do know about the albino buffalo, what that means. And this wasn't a crossbreed like at Evanston. There's a real native wild buffalo has been born at Yellowstone this year. You know what that means. Oh, I know what it means. I mean, I literally grew up playing in the wigwams. I remember when I was a little teeny boy. I was a real little kid. And my grandma, I'm like, what are these? They look like somebody's houses. They are people's houses you're playing in. What? And she told me about the Shoshone. And I'm like, you mean to tell me we stole their house? I didn't, Kevin. You know, and so we knew, I learned that at so I knew these stories they were teaching us in school were horse shit. Betsy Ross sold the flag. Oh, I could not tell a lie. I cut down that's why I've learned to love Grant Wood. So I've been with those guys since the day they were born. They came out of the nest right there. And I don't know how they've survived. Remember the moose right here? That video? And they killed him right there. Here at What's the Matter You? And he shot him. Well, somebody was looking for some moose meat. What's the matter you, Bullwinkle? I've been with those guys since the day they were born. They're learning to fly right now. How they've made it, fuck, is unbelievable. Yeah, the moose was right here. And you know, nobody would have ever known that they killed him. But I stayed with him because I know they travel at night. And I kept arguing with the DNR guy. I'm like, no, he'll go right up there. No, he won't. He's going to head down that way. They'll hit him. He'll move at night. They don't move in the daylight hours. Sure, as soon as it got dark, he took off. I went right up there. Fuck, I could see him. He bolted. He made it almost all the way across Harrison. girl just clipped him right as he's getting there, the edge, and broke his leg. And so the DNR guy that refused to tranquilize him, like tranquilizing movie, wouldn't, said someone was looking for some moose meat. That's really, you look up, I did an interview on KSL from hell. Those ecology haters. What is he? Come on. Swimming with the feathers up. Willard Bill, who everybody we call he watches all these videos. Willard Bill just called him. You know, everybody up there calls him the Birdman of Willard. He says, no, the brown one I think is rarer than the white one. Says, yeah, what are they? What are this pair? See him? Swimming with the fucking wing feathers up. He's something, man. So that's what I think they are. Now, I'll do more work on it, but that's definitely not fucking rare as fuck. So what does it mean? Well, when I was shooting the earlier video, talking about Phil Donahue dying and me getting my collage I did, and inside my video I saw a white, I couldn't tell if it was a pigeon or a dove. And it's in the video. He landed right over there. What's the odds? I don't know. But what does it mean? We know what the white buffalo means. I mean, in native lore. The white buffalo is a beautiful, it's a young woman. Native. That means they've had enough. So she'll come back and these earth raping, murdering things, she'll lure them in. And you know what she does to them? So we haven't seen it since it was born, have we? Now, my guess, my hope, because I think there's some ecologists that work at Yellowstone who know their shit. There's got to be some love. Can't just be for a paycheck. There's got to be some love for the animals. I think they're keeping the white buffalo hid from the tourists. What do you guys think? Come on, you're the fucking bird gurus. I know I've looked at hundreds of millions of ducks in my life. I grew up on the Great Salt Lake Littoral, one of the greatest wetlands on the face of the planet. You know, they let that fucking mega welfare fucking $40 million. By the way, get this Black Pines bought it. Guess where their dime comes from? Peterson Fabrication, who made the dry cast containers for nuclear, is trying to fucking commercially fucking develop the marsh right behind my house. The nuclear comes full circle, don't it? What do you think he is? Come on, you guys. They're rare fuckers, I can tell you that. They're not domestic. I had this best looking fucking girlfriend ever. Oh my God, this girl was good looking, sexy. She used to always say, don't mix the cows with the horses. That girl was crazy. Oh God, she was good looking. What do you think? Come on, you gurus. Weber State, come on. 30 years cycle since I painted that collage I filled on you. Almost to the day. Sold it, I got an F on it from the Water School of Art, and I sold it for $30,000 in 1994. What is he? He's too big for a cinnamon. He's a canvasback, ain't he, or a redhead? Look, he's a rare fucker, whatever he is. Come on, you cameraman, you suck. I'd fire that fucking cameraman. I would. If he didn't work so fucking much. Growing up where I grew up, how could you not be heartbroken to watch her destroy this ecology? I literally grew up outdoors. I mean, I was just telling my grandsons, no, you don't know the way I grew up. I grew up a farm slave. I was a slave. I mean, that's all I ever did. I literally slept outside in a sleep bag when I was warm enough. Mosquitoes didn't pick me up, carry me away. I was a farm kid. I'm not air-conditioned tractor farm kid, throwing bales of hay on the wetland on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. So all I ever did was watch a ton of swans, trumpeter swans. I mean, it was like, it was so beautiful, it was unbelievable. Huh. Now you know why I fucking love them so much. because I romance about what it looked like when I was a kid. Every day in my life, I live out there on the desert. I mean, I'm a hick out there. I live pretty hard. I don't even believe in air conditioning. I'm one of those. I always think about how the Shoshone lived. If I was a Shoshone, if I was native, which I'm native, I was born here, how they survived and how they lived. And how, I mean, I played in the wigwams. Feathers up. Feathers up. No nukes. What is he? Oh, he almost got a dragonfly, didn't he? They're the oldest creature on there. Dragonflies and horseshoe crab. We're just talking about the wetland out there by JFK in New York. You know, that's where the red knocks come. You know, the red knocks, the most incredible migration of them all. Hummingbirds, red knocks, and monarch butterflies. You know about the monarch butterfly activists. They found them in the wishing well. They murdered them. That's what he is. He's an albino. What a pair, huh? Wow. I had a mate. I remember when I had a pair. What a pair we were. She was from Ukraine. Met her in the Nevada test site protesting nuclear energy. She's the best looking freaking pole swinger in history. She died of cancer. I got a video of a Canadian right here. I zoomed in on the band. The band was rushing from the peninsula. I was asked one time, I remember in college when I was young, this brilliant professor had this biology professor. He's like, if you come back as an animal, what would you come back? Everybody's thinking a fucking bull elk at Hardware Ranch, at, all this type of stuff. Like I come back as a duck. You stand up and tell them why, Blanche. Has you ever seen them fly? You ever seen a duck fly? Not only can they fly, they can walk. They can swim. What animal can fly? Oh my God, can they fly? Walk and swim. I says they can fucking cover fucking many, many, many thousands of miles in one day, anytime they want. And they're vegetarians. They don't kill other animals to live. Come on, you gurus. That's right there where I saw the moose. He took off right there. It was underneath. That tree is so metaphorical. Fuck what he's gone through post-Fukushima. I saw the sign. It opened. Isn't that song 30 years old? Sign, sign, everywhere. Sign. Blocking at the scenery, breaking my mind. So I tucked my hair up under my head. And I went in to ask him why. If God was here, he'd tell all you Utah legislators, you fake scientists, you professors. If God was here, he'd tell you to your face. Man, you're some kind of sinner. What do you think? Come on, you bird-watching gurus. Swimming with the wing feathers up. I was thrilled the orphan made it back with mom and dad. How they've adapted and how they're trying to survive. It's unbelievable, right? Look what they're up against. And everybody says, oh, it's just inevitable humans. No. They let me get right next to them. They know. Because they have a sixth sense. It's like I remember when I was betting horses at Del Mar when I was a young kid, and he says, I can't believe how good are you at it. Well, the one thing I knew, I used to be able to understand the confident, strong jockey. It was all about the confident, strong jockey on top of that horse. Why? Because the horse can sense it. That's who's going to win. Mind that bird. Oh, I had that bird. I had him on the Derby. She got cancer right after that. What do you think? Come on, guys. Beauties, right? Really beauties. Feathers up. I spotted him clear across when I was right as I turned that video off, and I'm like, it's a snowy egret. Don't you love the snowy egrets when they get on the back of the cows? You know, black egrets should be by the tens of thousands in West River right now. Red-winged blackbirds, yellow-headed blackbirds out there. There ain't shit out there. Tundra swans, trumpeter swans, they didn't move through. You know, the Canadians, every kind of duck you could ever. And I grew up on that. I used to sit there for hours every single day my whole life. And, you know, until that mega welfare dairy kicked me out of there. And now he's $40 million in fucking debt. I want to turn into a commercial fund. Good luck. It's like the Weber County inland port. I'm like, good luck. You want to build this giant fucking, these Weber County commissioners are that stupid and derelict. It's a wetland, fools. Just like this is a natural. They tried to put a parking lot over this in the 60s. It didn't work. It would bubble up. I was part of the group that put this together. Just like the hospital's built in a fucking wetland. We all grew up there, right? Remember that's where we used to hang out that fuck. Remember how hallowed and sacred that spot is? Right there in South Ogden, Utah, where the hospital is now. Remember when we used to hang out there? I got the greatest story there ever. I remember met two girls, just strange, met them driving down the road, probably on Washington Boulevard. I was 18. You want to smoke some weed? They yell at me. Yeah, whatever. I'm not much of a weed smoker, but I'll go hang out with you. You know, let's go up to the pond. So we went up there where the hospital is right now. It's a true story. We'll go up there and I'm hanging around. They're really beautiful fucking girls. Really, and we're hanging out, you know, doing what young people do. Right there, that beautiful hallowed. I mean, it was thick. You could almost sense and feel there's some kind of vibe in there. And so, anyway, I won't go into details, but, you know, I had open heart surgery in 2017 and this year from the cancer. So when they come in to pull the hose out of your chest, which is epic, it's like, whoa, here they come. They're coming right up next to me. You think they're close to me? They're right next to me. I can do this. I do it with seals too on the ocean. They're not afraid of me because they know I'm not there to hurt them. So this girl comes in. I'm like, I know you. She's like, I know you too. The hospital's built right there. That's where I had the open heart surgery. And it hit me. I'm like, I remember you from when I was 18 years old, right here by the font. Yeah, I remember you too, Kevin. She says, I saw your name on the list. You know, I've always paid attention to you, you know, and I saw it was you. I says, was that you? I think, yeah. And she's the one that pulled the tube out of my chest. You know, I had to have it redone, but boy, they gave us a look, didn't they? What are they? I think that's what they are. You gurus will know. He's an albino. It's an albino. It ain't no crossbreed. It's equivalent to the white buffalo. If you could come back as any animal on the planet, jaguar, lion, you know, people are saying, you know, all these, I'm like a bird on the flyway. I remember saying right here to my great biology professor when I was a kid, a duck. Why? God, he's right next to me. Why? Animals let me do this. because they can fly. Oh, can they fucking fly? Oh my God, can they fly? They can walk. And they can swim. Alright, you gurus, we got good enough videos of him. He's an albino. It's as rare as Kevin Blanch. It's August 19th. The white buffalo at Yellowstone. The white duck at Weber State. Stay tuned.